What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Before we start, I gotta say something. I'm giving away over $1,000 worth of silver pretty soon. Once I hit 40,000 subscribers, I'm doing a massive giveaway. So if you click that subscribe button and enter that giveaway coming up, then you might win $1,000 worth of silver. That would be pretty cool. And I'm not exaggerating, that's not clickbait, that's a real number. So make sure you're subscribed. I also post daily videos. Now I need your help in this video. I'm going to need you guys to comment down below. What do you think silver's true value is? Today in this video, we're going to break this down mathematically. We're going to be using the gold to silver ratio, and then I'm going to take it a step further and talk about why the gold to silver ratio might not even be relevant when we're trying to figure out how much an ounce of silver is really worth. This is going to be interesting because I'm sure that a lot of people are going to have a very different opinion on this. And I don't want you guys commenting on each other's comments saying, oh, you're so wrong, right? I mean, be respectful. All of us are making educated guesses. We all share a love for precious metals, and it is all up to interpretation. And you might not be wrong. Someone might say $50. Someone might say $125. But that price could both happen. Just one different or in a different time frame than the other. If we're looking at silver, we have to look hundreds of years in the future, thousands even, because silver's been valuable for over 5,000 years. So if you think about 5,000 years in the future, what do you think silver's price would be? I mean, we'll be using it probably for like space exploration, visiting different galaxies. But, in all seriousness, though, you really have to think of it beyond just our lifetime. And that's a really interesting way to think about it, if you think about it. So, first things first, the gold to silver ratio. Right now, I think it's around 60 to 1, something like that. We saw it at 125 to 1 in March when silver was $11, which made history. That was the cheapest, that was the most undervalued silver has ever been compared to gold in the last 5,000 years. Happened last year. So, we have to know a little bit of the backstory. Back in ancient times, it was 2.5 parts silver equals 1 part gold. Then it was 8 to 1 for a very long time because that's the ratio it comes out of the ground. And then it was 16 to 1, mid 1800s, early 1900s, 16 to 1. Then it was 75 to 1 when FDR got in office in 1930. And then from then on, it was all extremely high, extremely exaggerated, extremely out of whack. It never really recovered back down to those extremely low levels, except in 1980 and in 2011 when silver was $50, obviously. So if we're looking at an average, quote-unquote, average price in today's time, it's probably around 60 to 1, which is a fair price, or a fair ratio, I mean. If you want to say it's high, then it's, 70, 80, 90, 100, that's high. And it usually does correct back down. So if gold is $2,000, and I did some math, if gold is $2,000 and the gold to silver ratio is 50 to 1, that's $40 silver. But if we look at the ratio going down, silver hitting $40 means gold is probably going to rise with it because silver follows suit. But let's say the ratio doesn't. Let's say it's 60 to 1 right now. Let's say it keeps going down. That's $40 silver if gold stays at $2,000. Now, let's say the ratio goes down 16 to 1 somehow and gold is still $2,000. That's $125 silver. Now, that likely wouldn't happen unless silver takes on a life of its own. Because if gold stays at $2,000 and silver starts taking off, gold's going to probably move with it. So, let's say gold is $3,000 and the ratio is 16 to 1. That's $187 silver. And that's probably more realistic than the first two. And I'll explain why. Well, number one is probably the most realistic. If silver drops down 10 more points, that'll be $40 silver if gold stays at 2,000, which is already happening. Silver is already outperforming gold, so it wouldn't be that crazy, especially since silver is going to be needed more and more and more, rising demand and lowering supply. By the way, I just made a video, a silver shortage video called Silver Will Be Sold Out. Go check out that video as well. I break down the silver shortage, silver scarcity, all that. So great video. You definitely need to watch that if you are a long-term investor. So if I'm looking in the future, and you know how I was talking about a second ago, I was talking about you have to look more than just our lifetime. You know, a lot of people come from the perspective as right now, or in 50 years. But if you think about it, silver's true value is unknown. Every time we're looking at silver's price, that's attached, that's pegged to that current time, what stock markets are doing, right? Stock market volatility, the dollar index, what's happening in the economy. But what if that stuff won't affect the price of silver? And why is the gold to silver ratio so directly correlated when gold and silver are used for two completely different things? It doesn't make sense. Pretty soon, especially like I was just saying, with silver needed more in technology, and as we've advanced technologically in this new digital era, the gold to silver ratio has to separate, which means it won't be as correlated, which also means that gold staying at $2,000 and silver rising to, let's say, $50 or $100 wouldn't be as crazy. Right now it seems crazy because the gold to silver ratio is pegged together. But if they're used, why is the price so similar if they're used for two completely different reasons? Gold is used for jewelry, right? Jewelry, necklaces, earrings. There is a little bit of gold in laptops, but not to the extent that silver is needed in technology, not to the extent that big business are using silver. It's an industrial metal. Gold is a monetary metal. Silver is a monetary and an industrial metal. And if you don't believe that silver is a monetary metal, then go pick up some junk silver and tell me what that is. Constitution of silver, junk silver, walking liberties, barbers. That's, mercury dimes. That's silver. Silver was literally money, even before gold was money. I made a whole video on that a couple days ago as well. So silver's a win-win situation. Literally, it's a win-win situation. When the economy's in bad shape, people turn to safe haven metals, precious metals, as a store of value. It's like a security. It's like putting your money in a secure vault, because gold and silver are always going to be valuable. If the economy is in good shape, gold doesn't benefit, but silver does, because as the economy recovers, that means we're transporting all these goods and technology and all this stuff comes out. Silver is still needed and all that, and it's used more. So silver is literally a win-win situation. Whether the economy's in bad or good shape, silver is going to come out on top. That's why when the presidential election was happening, I was saying no matter whether situation A, B, C, or D happens, silver's going to come out on top. No matter if candidate A, B, C, or D wins, silver's going to come out on top, especially when they're throwing out that $1 trillion stimulus word, hurting the dollar index because we have to reprint more money. And we know the dollar index is also a direct correlation to precious metals prices. Dollar index high, gold and silver low, vice versa. And we know the dollar index is going to be hurt, which has to push precious metals higher. Now, will they stay that high? Probably not, but then we have this other wave of silver demand coming in from Joe Biden winning and the green energy revolution with solar panels. Silver is in photovoltaic cells, which is needed in solar panels, 5G technology, and electric vehicles, especially with Elon Musk trying to do all this stuff with SpaceX. Silver is used in space equipment as well. I mean, it's crazy. Silver is the perfect metal. It's so explosive that people don't realize it. Gold has already exploded. It's like a volcano. It's already erupted. Silver hasn't erupted yet. So silver's true value is unknown. If you understand how valuable this could be, then you would never get worried when silver prices drop. You would actually be happy because you can buy it for cheaper if you're getting it on a discount. It's like going to the store and getting something on a discount. You would be happy that that's happening, right? Not mad. People need validation. When silver goes up, people get happy because they're like, oh, I was right. Silver is worth this much. It's like you should know that already anyways. And if you don't know that, you shouldn't be investing into it because then you're probably going to panic sell if it does go down. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I got some more work to do today. A lot of stuff happening. So stay tuned for more videos. Go check out the silver will be sold out video as well. It's very important. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Put your opinion in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the true value of silver. Do you think it's gonna be $100, $200? And don't think of it just from a short-minded perspective. Think about it in centuries from now. Don't just look in our lifetime. You could put that price, right, 10, 20 years from now, but think about the bigger picture. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.